about a shortcut that moves the current focused app to the next desktop screen. So let's see what we can do about that. I don't think I have, for the things I have built in, there's a get active screen. There's also, there's get screens. These are, get screens is written in AppleScript. Get active screen is the Electron app of ScriptKit can get which screen is active. So those are both utilities I want to move over to Rust at some future point. So they're all, so everything's cross-platform. But for now, we'll just rely on these. Let me check that get screens is still working. I don't know if I've used this one in a long time. So let's see what data this gives us. Get screens. Oops. Just log that out. Unexpected end of JSON input. Let's see. This is get screens. Let me grab that so I can test. Return JSON parse. Oh, it needs utils. All right, so something in here. Yeah, something in there is failing. Let me look at the Apple script that it's generating. Latest script. Where's testing get screens? All right, so here's the Apple script that gets generated when that script is run. I'm going to try and run this in just a script. We'll try script debugger. I haven't used that tool in a while. Remind me later. Choose. Can't make screens of NS screen edge hyperreference. Huh. I wonder if... I think when I wrote this, I was on a previous version of OS 10, and I wonder if this changed. me check. Don't want to gather all windows. No, get all displays. Or maybe there's an even simpler one of AppleScript move window to next display. The window to be aware of what display it should be on and not extend outside of displays when launching. Yeah, there's the first thing my mind jumped to was telling AppleScript to go up here and pick one of these, but I don't like that as a solution. I'd rather have like a actual scriptable solution. Oh, I wonder if I need to use framework in one of these scripts. Where'd my script? No, there it is. Every text item. Let's see if I go into desktop, come down here, there's get screens. Oops. And testing get screens. Let's try this. I'm still getting that end of. Can't get every text item 0.0. That's a weird. Yikes. Yeah, something must have changed here. I know this worked before, but again, it's literally haven't used it in over a year, I think. That's quite a solution. All right, well, let's see what happens here. I like these references. Like, I should do that more often when I find a solution. Okay, so AppleScript, and just paste all of that. I didn't see anything happen. Let's go over to script debugger. Okay, this one doesn't error out. It's listing 2 items. I'm familiar with like getting the frontmost window. And that looks like a lot of calculations for window sizes. I wonder if Electron has a API for that now. Buffering. I can check. I don't. It looks okay to me. Sorry, I'm not sure if what your buffering issue is. Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3. Yeah, so working okay on my phone. Let's see. Let's see. Screen. Oh, you can get display added, display removed. Display metrics changed. Oh, I'm trying to think if there's any scenarios where I would need to adjust based on the screen resolution changing. There is a get all displays. Get primary all, get nearest. Thanks. I know I'm just a big nerd talking out loud to the void, but it helps me stay focused and get stuff done, so. Get active. What do I call this? Get active screen. Oops. Get active screen. Get screen info. I wonder if there's a screen. Get active. Get display matching. Yeah, I think I'll just have to put this in for the next build where I do a, since this isn't even, this Apple script isn't even working anymore, we'll do a similar thing where it's get active screen. Get screens can be get let's call it get screens. Sure. and add missing enum, and then it looks like this doesn't need to send get active screen. Oops. Get screen info. Looks like I have that defined as get current screen and get active screen. Oh well. Alright, now when the app receives a get screens info, it can send back the screens, get all displays, and we'll just call this displays, and send back displays. And let's go back to just be displays. So we'll just send an object, send all the displays info back. It looks like this will be an array of displays, and displays has, let's make sure it doesn't have any weird, yeah, there's a work area and the size. Got the name, so you can see which display name. Let's see a display name. Curious, because these have names like built-in Retina or iPad or whatever. I don't see it on there. What else does screen have on it that might be useful to get? Yeah, that looks all right. So, let me bring my terminal up here. And I'm gonna have to rebuild this. Get, oops. Screens info, oh yeah. This is essentially type information for communicating between the SDK and the app. And because we're not undefined as what it's sending over, because it's not sending any data over. Like a widget would send over the widget ID and HTML and stuff, but when we're just getting information from it, we don't need to send anything as a payload. All right. Let's try the testing get or get screens now. Oof. That's a lot of app script. Await get screens, dev screens. Okay, so now we have an array of 3 screens, and a size 2 and 4. It's interesting because I wonder what the stats are in people who have multiple screens. It's probably mostly people have 1 or 2 screens. So like optimizing for that scenario versus optimizing for someone with 10 screens or whatever. I could do something like send app to the right, and then like sort the displays based on their it's like the work areas. So this is 0 and 38. That's 997. So I have a screen up there and one over there and then one underneath. And I think the origin, like 0, 0, is the top left corner of your primary screen. So like my screen arrangement is my laptop is underneath 2 monitors right here. And so I believe, let's see. Where's my... So this one is set to 1728 by 117. That's my primary display. Is the color LCD. So it's this one. So the work area is 0. I think Y is the reason it's not 0 is because the menu bar is 38 pixels tall. And the scale factor 2, that means it's in the Retina mode or high DPI display. So maybe I do need to know, well, I think X0 will always mean that's the primary screen. Let me test get the screen. Oops, let active screen equal get active screen. Let's do active screen and screens. All right, so active screen has an ID of 4. Okay, so that's where I'm at. I'm at this top left screen. So I could find that 4 here, and these should match. Yeah, those are the same. And I could list, let's see. I would know it's this one, so I could say send to I don't have a name But I could like detect, this one is to the right, 997 is to the right of minus 923. And then, let's see, active, negative, oops, let's go back to active screen. Negative 1055 compared to this is the primary screen, negative 1055 compared to 38. So that number is greater, so that'd be send. I think that'd be send down. I think the Y starts it. I think the higher the Y goes, it's a more negative. I think that's done in 3D space sometimes, like up Y is negative Y. Because like 0, 0, like the origin is the top left, and you tell it to go to the right, 100 pixels, and Y 100 would be right and down. So right and up would be negative Y. So where's my get active app bounds? One of the things I'm not sure about is, so something I added recently, like as in the past couple weeks to ScriptKit, is there's a concept of the active app and the focused app. So if you've ever used Spotlight, right now Spotlight is focused, but this app is active. So when you look to see, you can still see the blinking cursor there, but this app has focused. So there's a way of showing a panel on top of other apps that's focused, but technically not active. I recently implemented ScriptKit to be more like Spotlight, which was a painful change, but I thought it was necessary because it allows you to detect the active app underneath of it, to be able to manipulate it, and it's much better at pasting text of what you think is the previous app or the active app and interacting with it. So it's a small change that it's a technical change that nobody will notice, except for the fact that I can make better, cooler stuff because of it. And it's something I want to do for a while. I just didn't, I finally made it over the technical hurdles of it. But I don't know if I have a tool in here to get the active window, because previously I think ScriptKit was the active window. Set window size, get screens, get active screen, get active app bounds. Yeah, maybe AppleSkip was able to avoid or ignore. I think essentially, I would have to, previously ScriptKit would have to hide before it could run a script like this, because if I tried to run a script on the active app, it would run it on itself. Now you could like keep ScriptKit open and tell the window behind it to move around. I haven't like done too much with that yet, but I'm gonna try set active app bounds. So left, top, right, bottom. Let's try set active app bounds. Left top. So that'd say move it to 0, 0 on my primary display. So I'm going to move it to like -100, -100, which I think would move it somewhere down here since my primary display is underneath it. Oh, let me top -100 left. Sorry, I misread the API underneath it. Top, left, right, bottom. Okay. No, we don't want that. We want 0. I believe, if I'm not mistaken. All right. Oh, so that did it based on the primary display. So it moved 100. Is that 100, 100? Top left. So 0, 0. Let's do 200, 200. Oh, where'd the window go? Okay, so that moved to my primary display down here. So top. What is right? Let's try this. Whoops. Screens. That moved to my primary display again. Let me look at tell process names positions. What sets the position? And then it sets the size. Set active. Okay, so it is right minus left and bottom minus top. So I guess technically that should be width and height, because that's not from the right and bottom of the screen. That's from the right and bottom of the left and top. Testing get screens. Whoops. So if I get the bounds from the active screen bounds, okay? Does this full screen it? Is that why I did that? Bounds is a rectangle. Type bounds. Okay. Active screen, work area. Yeah, okay. That's just the rectangle. Okay, let's grab the work area. And so the top is work area. X. The left is work area. Y. The right is work area width. And the bottom is the work area height. Is that not moving anything? Why did that not move anything? Okay. So that maximized this window. Let me try it on Chrome. So Chrome is the frontmost window, we'll run screens. And why is that? Oh, I flip these around, that's why. Okay, did that full screen it? Looks like it made it bigger than full screen. Or longer than full screen. Right is width, bottom is height. That looks right. So let me check screen. Okay, that's full screen. I can see the rounded corners on each edge. I mean, it's not like traditional, it's not a full screened app, but it's taking up the work area bounds, I guess. And then, essentially to move this over to a different display, we'd want to grab one of the other screens. So we could say, I think all the screens, let's grab screen 1 and we'll do screens, find ID equals 1. This might be a string of 1. Find screen dot. Oh, that's right. The TypeScript isn't updated to match an array of displays. So get screens. So this isn't an array of screens anymore. This is an array of displays. I believe I have that defined. Yeah. Okay, that should work. Not going to worry about compiling that right now. I'll just let this be an editor error for the time being. And displays have work areas. Alrighty, so screens. Screen 1. And let's see if this will move. I mean, it'll move it off screen. This should move it to the primary display, like maximize it on the primary display. Okay, and I promise you that I can see it on my primary display. So that seems to be working okay. So now it might be a matter of, actually, let me fix that. The TypeScript for this. All right. Oh. I'm getting a call. Screens. Interesting, that didn't move. Let me check the Apple script for that. So that's what this should be. And if I go back to here. Okay, so that worked with that. Why doesn't it want to move the terminal? Well, now it worked. Yeah, I think it's, I might need to make this a two-step process because it seems like it needs to, if you look at set active at bounds, I've heard there's a shortcut F4. Let me try that. Interesting. I need to bind something to F4 so that you can move. How's that F4 cycles through that? Okay. I'm going to update my carabiner config for that so that when I type something, I use escape plus F for what do I want to use to I'll think about that later. Find in project is over here. So escape mode, let's do I don't know, F4. See if that works. So come here, something I can find and then tap F4 to cycle between the windows. Shout out to whoever gave me that answer on Twitter when I asked last week sometime. So yeah, I think sometimes it's like it needs to wait for this to finish, or else if it tries to do this, so this one is moving the position, the XY, and then this one is changing the width and height. And I think I may need to split those into a position and size. Do I have a set active app bounds? Like if I just do this, oops. So position, get rid of this, and then size, would be width and height. Set process to set the size to width and height. Set active app bounds. Set active at position. Position is X number, Y number. Set active at size. Man, I love GitHub Copilot. It's really the best. And go down here and boop and boop. Let me try these out. Property top does not exist, and XY, oh yeah. Well, maybe it should be XY and width height. Yeah. I'm trying to think of the semantic difference between left top and X and Y. But on the work area, they're defined as X and Y, so stick with that for now. So I'm going to do set active app position. Let's do that trick where we you can pull off like a position. So work area, there's width. Well, I would need to split them together. So X, Y, width, height, X, Y, set active at bounds, not bounds, size. Width, height. Okay, now hopefully this will move. Okay, that moved my terminal down to my primary screen. Didn't quite make it the full height of the screen. Let me test that again. That time it did. I wonder if there's a more reliable way to do that. Like, so I have OBS full screened down here, so it like moves it over, then moves it to a new space, and then tries to resize it, and I think it doesn't quite know what's going on there. Yeah, it moves it, and then the position is just for the resizing. Well, let me try screen. Because it animate moves it for some reason. So, like if you look at the way that it moves, it kind of goes whoosh. I don't remember it doing that in previous OS 10 versions, OS X versions. I don't remember there being an animate from one screen to the other using these. So it's just that brief whoop, and then and I wonder what the animation duration even is. Well, that app just so VS Code just popped over, whereas this one animates over. I wonder if that's a... Yeah, I don't know why one would animate and one wouldn't. Ugh, I don't want to think about that. But let's see if we can do the move right thing. Like I don't want to make this super flexible right now. Let's see. How about right screens will be screens that are where screen work area X is greater than active screen work area X. Let's comment all this out. That makes sense, right? Down screens. Let's just copy this. We'll call this down screens. Where the Y is greater than the active screen. So let's check right screens and down screens. And then this will be an array where we want to sort by which one is to the most left. So screen A, screen B, A.workArea.x is less than B.workArea.x. One or -1. I always flip that around, and I just have to. One means sort it higher on the list, right? Yeah. Where the work area Y screens. All right. So there's one down screen, and that's my primary display. So that's right. And there's two right screens. One should be my primary display, and the other display. And I think this one's X should be smaller. Yeah, I flipped around that sort logic. -1, 1. All right. Let's take the first one. Well, if it exists, right? And down screen. So let's see, move screen. We have to build up an array, choices. Yeah, let's do push. Choices is an empty array. If right screen, choices push name right value right screen. If down screen, we can refactor this later on. It was funny, my 15-year-old son is learning how to program and he saw me write some repetitive code like this, and he started criticizing my code. Yeah, I just had to laugh. Just had to laugh. All right. So choices. Let's see if that's working. Screens. Okay, so there's one right and one down. So and this can be the target screen. I guess we can just pull the work area off of this. We don't need to. Oops. And I don't think display is. Work area X number Y number width. Alrighty. Let's see if this will let us move this to the right. I think my sorting logic is messed up again. Okay, so screens. Screens, move it to the right. Okay, that totally worked. It's on this screen and it's full screened. And now I moved it down, and I can confirm on this screen the only option was down because there wasn't a screen to the right of that one. And 15. Oh yeah. Kids learning to program is fun. The hard part is you want to tell them so much and teach them so much, but you really, at least from my experience, have to wait for them to ask questions rather than trying to like impose everything you've learned. Because they, like, their biggest learning moments are overcoming, I mean, just with us, overcoming the hard stuff on their own. Left screen is flip, and down screen, up screen is flip. Wait, did I flip that right? Yep, flip. No, wait. Wow, this is fun. Nope. Which way was it? Okay, that way. Down screen. Down screen is a basketball screen, right? And this can be left screen. This can be left screen. And then up screen. Up, and left. Is everybody like up, down, left, right was the order? Up. Oops. Up. Down, right, left. I don't know. I can't even guess what's the most common screen movement or window movement action from one screen to another. Yeah, I'd love to put that at the top. That's actually something that I've been wanting to work on for a while. I'm gonna add it to my list. Enable, I think it's called frequency, where your most recent choice comes to the top. So there's some ways you can manually do that, but I want to like build some helpers around that, or just like make it an option where your choices passed in will automatically be remembered, and then the one you last chose will be at the top. Okie dokie. I think there's a screen higher than the screen. Oh, that's why. So my screen to the right is a higher resolution. So it showed up, even though it's like visually at the same spot, it's a higher resolution. So it moved it up because there's more pixels between the difference. I just don't, let's see. Let's also do screens. Description, up screen ID. Screen ID, up screen ID. And there's nothing else on here to scale factor, touch support, color depth. Yeah. Let's add the right screen ID and the left screen so that I can show you, see, up and right are the same screen. I mean, I could merge those two into being an upright. So like if choices has something with the same ID, oh man. Then merge the name. Alrighty. This will actually be a pretty cool demo. Like this won't be able to, I'll push this out in like the June build. Because, you know, these features obviously aren't in ScriptKit build right now, but this will be a cool like demo to include. as like one of the main script kit examples. I wonder, I'm just to think out loud, if I can like show the current screen XY and then the target screen XY in the list, maybe that will, I'm not sure. I'm gonna have to let that one simmer. I don't think there's, like, I know, sorry, that wouldn't be move screen. Screens. Can I get the name of the active app? Do I have a tool for that? Oh, that's funny. I can actually, that was funny. This app was in my bottom monitor and I wanted to move it up there, and I actually just got to use the tool that I built. Just showing it like how useful that was right then. Yeah, I'll actually use this. I'm glad Nadeem asked me to make it. Set process name to name a first application whose frontmost text is true. Get processes. I bet there's a way just to get the active app name. Where's that? Get active app bounds. Like if I grab this, let's switch back over to the script debugger. I'm going to use my screen thing to move this back here. Don't need that. Don't need that. Okay, so this will get me the active app name. Set process name to name of. Can I just do this? First application whose frontmost is true. Come on, don't beach ball on me yet. Let's see what this returns. Sorry if this UI is really small to see. So displayed name and name. Architecture alias. Let me try that. Screens. Active app is AppleScript. I needed to use those util things. This was a way of, let me do that down here. It's a way of converting the strings returned by AppleScript to JSON. So if you see this AppleScript and it has like the add pair thing, that's what it's doing. Add pair. You know, I can request. I have a package in Electron which allows me to get the frontmost app rather than writing it in AppleScript. But I think it only, this one? Localized name and process ID. Yeah, I'm just gonna use that. Make the shape of this. And come over here. Get active app info, I guess. And I'll save that for later. Get screens. It's gonna look a lot like this. Get active app. Do .app. That process again. Create this. And where is the get? Screens. Or get screens. Here, whoops. Okay, that. Active app. And that top. Okay, that looks good. And then where is get screens? Go over here. To get active app info. And then this can be my clipboard, this, and wait, did I? Interface, get active app info. This is a promise, and it's essentially that string string boolean and number. And get active. Sweet. All right. Then I need to head over the app. Active app. This will be an await import. There's frontmost. Oh, I already defined. Okay. Okay, so if kit state is Mac. And app is frontmost, child send to app. All right. Let's just do else for now. To do implement for Windows. Name or localized name or whatever. I'll just send an empty object. Alrighty. So quit out of that. Active app is get active app info, and then where's my R? Move active app dot localized name. Move iTerm2 to the right. I'll hide. Move code down. Cool. Well, that's all working. That seems like a good stopping spot. So I'll go ahead and stop there and build something else out tomorrow. And thanks for hanging out. Cheers.